Alright, doing another soap making video. Amy here with Amy's Creations, and I am doing this lovely rose fragrance soap, and my plan is, because I have enough to put aside for frosting, but I'm not going to actually do the typical frosting top. I'm actually going to pipe the frosting on to make it look like little rosettes on the top with my piping bag. It's already ready, nozzle on, so I'm going to do that on the top. And as well, I'm going to have it in two separate colors. So it's like a shade of pink, a shimmery color, and so it's blush pink combined with fiery red, and then also fiery red mixed with burlesque. There's so many colors. What did I mix it with? Sorry, Fantasia pink. And so I'm going to mix those two up to kind of make a certain color, a different mica colorant. So one's going to be lighter, one's going to be darker. The plan is to drop those two into my white and pour it in. And then I have a little bit of my mica colorant here. I'm going to actually pour that along the sides. I'm going to leave some aside, like I said, for the frosting. That's the plan. Plans don't always go as planned. And do the drizzles, because I'm going to leave the frosting white, do drizzles along the side so that when my soap goes in there to be piped, hopefully it'll have the mica colorant coming through on it as well. So I'm going to get this to emulsion, like light. I'm actually going to test my fragrance a little tiny bit to see if it's going to solidify, to see if I know that I have to do it one by one, or if I'm going to be able to actually do this drop swirl. And yes, the sun is going to come in and out and darken my screen every once in a while, so yeah. Alright, I'm going to get this done and I will be back. Alright, so what I found was that it does accelerate quite fast. So that is that little tiny bit that I did with a little bit of the fragrance. So I can still maneuver it and move it around and stuff like that. But to be safe, I am definitely putting in the fragrance last, and I will only be quickly mixing it lightly with my spatula. So I'm going to get all colors and everything else all set and ready to go, and have everything ready to pour into my mold. And then yeah, so I'm going to do that and have it set. So I will not be using my hand mixer anymore. I'm going to unplug that, and yeah, I'm going to lighten this up a bit. And just do it nicely with my whisk. And I will be pouring some off for my topping, which I will not be putting my fragrance in. So with that being said, I'm going to get this done now, and I'll be back once I have them all separated into the pots to color. Alright, I literally have everything mixed in together. It is so fluid right now that I am kind of terrified to put, because I already know that it's going to accelerate. So I'm going to drop my first idea was to drop the reds and pinks into the white, but now I just want to get it into the mold. So once I put the fragrance in, I am going to give it a little mix. I'm going to pour all the white in and then do a drop pour of this, and whatever is left of this, I will try and see if I can put it in with my soap frosting. If not, then oh well. not that big of a deal. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of the fragrance in just to get it going and then pour quickly. So I likely will not be talking during this time. Pretty because I put like a little bit of the pink on the bottom, so that's what's mixing in there right now. So you can see a little bit of pink through it. To that now. Yeah, the other one has already started to solidify. Which I might be able to do a swirl inside instead if I'm really quick enough to get this in there. I'm patting it down. I'll scoop that out later. Riced a bit. You can see the shimmer on that one. The Mica colorant is so pretty. It makes me not want to cover it up with the frosting, but I'm going to try. Try and get as much off of here as possible. Awesome. All right, I will be back once I try and whip up my frosting and see what I can do with that on the top. And clean up a few of my dishes, obviously. All right, so I have my bag ready. I'm still waiting for, I'm just gonna move that back. I'm still waiting for my frosting to thicken up some because it's still a little bit fluid. So in another minute I should be able to put it in and it won't actually just pour out of the bottom. So I'm hoping that I can do this and I'll be back when I start piping on top. Alright, so this one was a little bit interesting. Yes, my topping is not exactly the prettiest, but you learn. But that frosting, my soap, was so light, and of course, why couldn't it be like that through the whole soap? But yeah, so I'm gonna spray with my rubbing alcohol. So hopefully no soda ash, or at least minimalizing it. And yeah, so that is my attempt at that one. It's actually easier to do smaller spots and bubbles and stuff like that, like on my soap, and like on my, sorry, not my, obviously it's soap, on my frosting. It's easier to do small meringue bubbles, or same with the one topping on my ice cream one. But like this one, you really have to get it as close as possible to, yeah, before it gets too hard, you literally have to get it as close as possible to that in order to get it into the piping bag, in order for it to pipe properly without making a mess. So that is only part of the frosting. And I know if there's any comments or whatever, let me know what your ideas are, what your tips are for getting it better like this for your roses. I know I'm going to end up practicing, which I did over here, so that I have little soap spots so I can place them on top of soap next time. Some of them look better than others. Obviously that's when I like this one, the way that it went on the edges, right there. I like that one. And then it started really getting pink. So obviously you could see those ones. But yeah, I like the little ones. This one was the first one and it just kind of blobbed out. So yeah. But yeah. So that is the soaping part. And I will be back in the next day or two for the cutting, and we'll see how well this fragrance goes when it's cut. All right, I'll be back. All right, we are back, and this unmolded beautifully. It is very smooth. I like how it ran through the bottom there. And it's actually quite neat on the side. So hopefully it's not blurry. There we go. So I'm going to take a slice off the end. Actually, no, I'm not, because it is a very clean end. So I'm not going to take the slice off the end. If at any point there's like some sort of mess up, then I'll take it off of there. But I'm going to try and slice this way. And if it doesn't work for me, then I will put it into the, like, use my knife and stuff, so. And there's the inside. Sorry if the color is not doing its justice. Anyways, like, my lighting is horrible this evening, so it's very nice. Has a little bit of a swirl there. We'll see how it goes when it's curing. Oh. And it smells so fresh and floral. That rose is very light. It's not like a in-your-face rose, which is what I was guessing that it was gonna end up being. I assumed it was gonna end up being, but I like getting fragrances, obviously not just for myself and what I like. Obviously it's for those that like different fragrances as well. Not everyone's gonna like what I like, so yeah, I'm going to finish cutting these up and putting them up to cure for the 4 to 6 weeks. My son and I have actually been watching American's Got Talent. We've been watching that together, actually, and so we've been watching it, and now we're up to, well, we watched last season's, but now we're up to this season's, which they started doing the auditions, and then in the middle of it, the middle of auditions, COVID started down in the States. So yeah, it was, right now it's to the point where there is no audience, which is kind of weird to see. So yeah, What is it that you guys like to watch? I know I'm chit-chatting here while I'm soaping, cutting I should say. But what show you guys been watching during this COVID business? Everybody's been watching stuff and getting caught up on other shows and stuff like that. So what are your go-to shows that you've been watching or that you've binge watched? So, but yeah, so that is the soap. There's the top there. Some look a little better than others, but once they're cut it into slices, into bars, then I think the topping looks a lot better too. So, and obviously the more I do it, the better it'll be. So yeah, be back for the next video, my next creation. I've not decided which one I'm going to do yet. I have a book of drawings, so I'll choose from one of them. So, until next video, bye for now.